What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some Michigan bowl practice rumors. Obviously Michigan taking on Alabama in their bowl game matchup, but we go over a few of younger Michigan players who are stepping up, also some early enrollees who have been impressive so far. We also talk about obviously the quarterback Bryce Underwood, who was the center of attention as he is already getting praise. We also go over what the depth chart looks like on the defensive line, linebacker, and the defensive back room, and also the running back room. We go over all that and more in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Michigan football is in Tampa, Florida for their bowl game matchup against Alabama, and they're obviously going through practices right now, bowl game practices. You got a lot of younger Michigan players and also the early enrollees getting a lot of experience right now, and obviously Michigan looking for some younger players to step up in the bowl game, and obviously the center of attention is Bryce Underwood, the #1 overall prospect in the 2025 class, began practicing with Michigan just over a week ago and is in Tampa, Florida with the team practicing in Michigan's preparation for the game against Alabama. And the first thing you notice with him is he is big. I mean, he had a picture taken right next to Alex Orji, and obviously he's taller than Orji, and we all know how big of a quarterback Alex Orji is. So that's one thing that stands out right away with Bryce Underwood, and he certainly passes the eye test. Obviously, you know, they've just been doing, you know, simple drills, you know, not gonna have any wow plays yet. And right now Bryce Underwood, I mean, he definitely is the taller quarterback in the quarterback room compared to all the other quarterbacks Michigan has right now. He also seemed to be fitting in really well with the other quarterbacks and in the quarterback room, and you know, already seems like they have a connection together, so that's definitely huge. And he's only been, you know, practicing with Michigan just over a week. Now Michigan's interim offensive coordinator Steve Kasula is also the tight ends coach for Michigan, will be the offensive coordinator for Michigan heading into the Alabama game. Obviously he's getting help as well, but he did talk about Bryce Underwood when he spoke to the media. He said the biggest thing I would say about him is great spirit, great energy, committed to learning what we've got going on, and he said he's doing really good. He's great. He's a great personality. He's funny. I watch him depending on the schedule. He walks by my office in the morning, and he's one of the first guys in the building, so he's been awesome. Also, Davis Warren spoke on Bryce Underwood as well, talking to the media. He said, you know, he's coming out with the right mindset, the right mentality, and you know, really is just excited to be in here every day, has a passion about getting better at football. So that's the biggest thing I've seen out of him, and I know he's going to keep doing that. He's a great addition. And also, according to Chris Ballas of On3 and the Wolverine, said there's two early enrollees that are the truth, and that is quarterback Bryce Underwood and also cornerback Shamari Earls, as both of them are early enrollees and are practicing with Michigan in preparation for the bowl game against Alabama. So that's really big time news for Michigan right there. Obviously, you know, Shamari Earls was a big time get for Michigan, flipping him from Georgia. You know, they talked to him about being the next Will Johnson here. Obviously, it's early, but you know, the coaching staff was really high on him. Both him, Bryce Underwood, also receivers Jamar Browder and Andrew Marsh, who both could have, you know, big time roles next season for Michigan, especially Andrew Marsh, a top 100 receiver that Michigan got. So a couple early enrollees for Michigan who are already looking like they belong. And obviously there's tons of other early enrollees. Linebacker Nathaniel Wusu-Boateng, he participated in warm-ups, didn't participate in any drills, and didn't have pads on during you know, the practice. But another younger player who is looking to potentially get some playing time could be quarterback Jaden Davis. You know, Michigan, they've been working with him, trying to improve his mechanics and, you know, his throwing motion kind of. It has gone better. He has kind of a higher release. Steve Kasula did talk about Jaden Davis, and I said, you know, practicing really good, doing a good job. Said Jaden's another guy that I'd be remiss not to mention the leaps and bounds he's taken over the last 2 weeks or so, and he said that one, intangible skill about Jaden Davis, it would be like he has that unflappable, just kind of not phased by much. So the emotions of the game and the vibe of playing the position, whatever it is, Jaden's got it. Now, Jaden Davis has already come out and he told rivals that I've never been scared to compete. On if he will enter the transfer portal since Bryce Underwood committed to Michigan. So he's here to compete at Michigan. He'll definitely be in the mix. I mean, he was a former 4-star and top 100 recruit on some recruiting rankings, and was rated as a 5-star at one point as a recruit in Michigan. That was a big time land for them in the 2024 class. So he's still here to compete. Also wanted to talk about the depth chart for Michigan, but also real quick here on the quarterback room, obviously Alex Orji entered the portal. He's still practicing with Michigan, will be available in the bowl game, so that's some great news for Michigan. If they need him at some point, they can use him as a runner in the backfield. But on the defensive line, obviously Michigan not going to have Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, Josiah Stewart. According to Zach Shaw of the Michigan Insider, it was Derek Moore and TJ Guy at the edge as expected for Michigan. And also Rayshawn Benny, Trey Pierce at tackle. Second string was also Dominic Nichols, Cameron Brandt, and also Ike Iwana and Inau Eda at tackle, which I'm actually very excited to see some of those guys, including the freshman Dominic Nichols at edge, Cameron Brandt at edge, and also Ike Iwana and Inau Eda. Eda is a younger player, but Iwana is a senior. We haven't really gotten to see much of them at tackle, though. And now we get to see some of these players, including the younger players, step up and get some experience and also make a name for themselves in this bowl game. So that's something to look forward to. Then also at linebacker, it kind of looks the same. Ernest Hausman, Jashawn Barham. We could get to see more Cole Sullivan potentially against Alabama, who is a freshman. Also at safety, Michigan without Makari Page, but Quentin Johnson, Zeke Berry, Mason Curtis were the top 3 safeties going through warmups. Also appears Jaden Mangham could be back for Michigan. Then Michigan also has Wesley Walker, Brandon Hillman, and also at cornerback, Jair Hill and Josiah Edmond were getting a lot of first string reps, which is pretty interesting. Obviously Michigan still has Amir Hall, but Josiah Edmond is a younger guy that the coaching staff has been very high on and really hoping that he can obviously take his game to the next level. They've been very high on him. Was really one of Michigan's only really highly rated cornerback commits that they've gotten in the past couple of classes, besides the 2025 class, which Lamar Morgan coaching staff did a very good job of this past class, as far as the defensive backs go. So we could get to see more of Josiah Edmond in the bowl game against Alabama. Also a couple of wide receivers to keep an eye on. Channing Goodwin, who was a freshman, and also Amarion Stewart. Channing Goodwin recently has been impressive, and Steve Kasula, talking about both of them to the media, said they're doing good. Channing, from the day he's gotten here, he very much fits the mold of what success has looked like here, and he said he's really taken off. Also on Amarion Stewart, he said he has really grown and developed and re-locked in, because it's hard when you're a young player that's kind of pulling double duty of maybe being on the scout team but still having to know our offense and so on and so forth. Then he's playing faster, he said. Also he's doing everything faster, and the less you think, the better you play. So both of them have excelled in that respect. Then also want to talk about the running back room for Michigan. Right now, it looks like the running back order could be Jordan Marshall, Benjamin Hall, and Micah Kapana for Michigan. One thing's for sure in this bowl game, we're going to get to see what Jordan Marshall is made of. I mean, I am very excited to see him in this bowl game. He's going to get a lot of reps, a lot of carries in this one, along with Benjamin Hall coming out of high school. A lot of people were high on him. Many people compared him to the next Blake Corum for Michigan. So definitely excited to see what he's got in this bowl game. Then to end this video, also wanted to mention that Michigan running back Kalel Mullings has officially declared for the 2025 NFL Draft. And what a senior season for Kalel Mullings. He had his ups and downs here at Michigan. Started out as a linebacker. Michigan switched him over to running back, and he was definitely Michigan's top running back in the 2024 season. Had 185 carries, 948 yards, 12 touchdowns on the season. And I tell you what, a lot of NFL teams could be interested in Kalel Mullings. He's got high potential to be a great back in the NFL with the way he runs. And we also got news that it is official. Michigan linebacker Ernest Hausman confirmed he will return to Michigan in 2025. That is obviously big time news for Michigan. Was expected, but now is officially official. And with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.